guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel K. You might know me from my Instagram at Mrs. Rachel Krause, and today I am doing a quarantine clean with me. I just got back from my run, so I don't have time to get ready or anything. Logan is still sleeping, so I'm gonna get started on this mess. We have quite the mess today, as I'm sure most of you probably do in your homes from staying home so much. The more we're home, the more messy we get the house. So I have quite a bit to clean up today and get done. And I'm gonna take you along the ride with me. You're gonna get tons of motivation from this video, tons of cleaning, organization, decluttering, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's just get started. I'm gonna get started in my kitchen. The first thing I always do is get my clean dishes out of the dishwasher. We run it every single night, and that kind of starts like a downhill spiral for me, and I can start putting more and more things away. I can get the sink cleaned out. You guys get it. I'm sure you each have that chore that does the same thing for you. So let's get started.
Well, you guys, we have quite the mess in here. And like I said, this is just from being home, from being quarantined and self-quarantining ourselves. We've been at home all day, every day, except for a few walks here and there while social distancing, of course, but we have to get outside. And so I'm just gonna start with what I start with every single morning, and that is unloading the dishwasher and making sure that it is empty and ready to go for the rest of the day so that I can continually load dishes into it throughout the entire day, and that keeps my sink looking clean. These are some of my favorite parts to watch on other people's videos when they're doing cleaning, and so I thought maybe you guys would like to see it too. I have an extra soapy sink today, and I just wanted to clean it out and get it rid of all the little crumbs that get stuck in there from washing out our dishes. So hopefully you guys enjoy the motivation. After cleaning out the sink, I'm realizing I definitely need to clean around the outside of it, so I'm starting to spray my Force of Nature cleaner, and I realize it's completely empty. So I need to make some more of that. It only takes a couple minutes. It's super easy. You just plug the little thing in with some filtered water up to the fill line, and then pour your little capsule in, press go, good to go. But this whole video is kind of like a if you give a mouse a cookie type thing. So once one thing happens, it's like a snowball effect for the rest of it. So once I realized I needed to clean my sink, I realized I was out of cleaner. As I was trying to make my cleaner, I realized I was out of water and had to refill the water. That's pretty much how my entire day went, but I'm okay with it because I got it all done. After getting done with the kitchen of what I could at the moment, I realized it was definitely time to move on to the living room. This typically is like my natural next step from the kitchen just because they're all kind of one room. We have a bunch of blankets out, a bunch of baby toys, things all over the place, and we even have an airbed on the ground. You might be wondering, why do we have an airbed in our living room? That's because Derek and I have been sleeping on an airbed for the past almost 2 weeks. We are almost done, and we are kind of softly sleep training Logan. I don't know how else to say that. We're not like rigidly sleep training him, but he's kind of weaning himself off of night feedings. But it was hard for me to do that when I was in the room with him, because any sound that he would make, I realized, oh my gosh, he needs me, when in all reality, he really just needed a minute to go back to sleep. So we took the advice of taking care of babies. We are not doing her program, but I saw this advice on her Instagram stories. And she said that whenever you're sleep training a baby, if you cannot put them in their own bedroom, like let's say you live in a 1-bedroom place like we do, then while you are sleep training them, you should sleep in a different room and let the baby sleep in their natural environment that they will be in for the rest of the time, so that they don't get confused as to why their bed has moved or anything like that. After getting things straightened up on the floor and cleaning up the couch, I needed to refill Logan's diaper bin. Thankfully, I've had a bunch of diapers on hand. I've been slowly stockpiling a little bit. We also do still have quite a few diapers in our area, but we do not have the right size. So if you have watched my previous grocery haul, you know that Logan is in a size 4 diaper and I cannot find them anywhere. I guess it's a super popular size right now, so we are using size 5, and honestly, it's fine. It's a little bit big on him, but we will make do, and I just feel super lucky that we have enough diapers for him. If you are by chance looking for diapers, I did find some on Amazon, so in case you need some, go look there. But I'm just putting in some clean vacuum lines. This is one of my favorite parts, and I know you guys love it too. I'm making my way back into the kitchen. I still need to clean off the countertops, and I wanted to move everything out of its place today. It was time to do that. I usually do that like maybe once or twice a week, and then the rest of the time I just wipe down wherever we've used it. But I like to go ahead and wipe down all of my countertops before I do the floor, and that way I can push off any crumbs onto the floor and then vacuum them right up. Cleaning everything today with my Force of Nature cleaner, and I got this comment on one of my previous videos. I think somebody thought that the Force of Nature cleaner was just like vinegar and water. It's not. It's an actual chemical reaction with salt and I can't remember the other thing, but in water. You'll have to look it up on their website. It's a whole deal, but it is like an EPA registered disinfectant. I think I'm saying that right. And it has been proven to clean the coronavirus and disinfect that. So that's good news. But as you can see by the title, you know that this is like a quarantine cleanup. And I do think that it's super important to keep our homes clean during this time, get all the bacteria out and make it, you know, just as clean and polished as we can. But I also think it's super important to stay positive in our homes. If you have kiddos, you know that they pick up on things, they pick up on stress or anything like that. And we want to keep things positive and light for them. Even if you don't have kids, it's important to put your mental stability first. after the kitchen is done, I'm gonna head up to the bathroom. I'm just doing my normal bathroom cleaning routine, and I absolutely love this. It turns out amazing every single time, and it just feels so fresh and clean. I love it. So I'm gonna throw our bathroom rugs into the wash with my homemade DIY laundry detergent. I showed you guys that one in my Get It All Done With Me video that I posted on my channel, so go check that out if you want to see that laundry detergent recipe. I love to just pick everything up off my counters, put it back where it belongs, and then I take everything off of the countertops, and I like to spray everything down and kind of let it sit for a minute so that it has time to do its thing with the cleaner, and then I go into cleaning off all of the surfaces. After all the countertops are cleaned up, I'm going to put everything back where it belongs, and then I'm going to move on to the tub. I take everything out of the tub and spray it down, and then kind of wipe in the grout just to get it as clean as I possibly can. You guys know that we're renting this place, and so the grout is never as clean as I would like it to be. It was that way when we got here, but thankfully they did replace the caulking on the side there of the tub. It used to have mold stuck in it, and I could not get it out no matter what I did. That's because it actually was underneath the caulking, so there was no way I was ever going to get that out. Thankfully, they replaced it, no questions asked. And now I'm moving on to the toilet, which is one of my least favorite duties, but the house actually feels much cleaner as a whole when I know this is clean. I am going to go ahead and clean out the entire toilet, as well as scrub out the inside and clean the outside of the toilet. I don't know, I think cleaning the outside of the toilet is absolutely necessary, but I see a lot of people don't do that. Not much else needs to be said, I just think it needs to be done. Then I'm going to go ahead and move on to cleaning the floors. Typically I would take my vacuum in here and do a quick little vacuum. You could also sweep. I don't have I was going to say a sweeper, but what is it called? A broom. I do not have a broom. I typically just use my vacuum because we have such a little amount of space in our home that actually needs to use a broom. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Logan is sleeping in the room right next to the bathroom at this point in time, and so you know there is no way that this mama was about to turn on a vacuum and wake that boy up.
And we'll fly. We'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly.
So I used to use the Clorox toilet bowl wand, like disinfector thing, but I just recently actually replaced it with like a non-cleaner attached toilet brush, if that makes sense. It's just a regular toilet brush. And then I use the Force of Nature cleaner in the toilet, and I actually really like it, but I do think it needs to be cleaned out on its own. So I'm just making it a point to clean it out every single time, make sure it's dry, or at least it has some ventilation to dry out so it doesn't get any mold in there. And then I'm making sure to clean down my light switches and all of my door handles, and I wanted to let the cleaner sit just for a little bit so it could do its thing and make sure that we've got that all disinfected and ready to go. The very last thing that I'm doing is scrubbing my hands with some soap and making sure they are all clean, and then I'm going to replace our towels and put some new clean ones in, because who doesn't love a nice fluffy clean towel after their shower? And that is it, you guys. I'm going to show you what the bathroom looks like, and that's it. That's all I did for cleaning my house that day, and it feels so much more fresh and clean, and my mind is clear. If you like these kinds of videos, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment about what your favorite part of your house to clean is, and we'll see you next time. Bye!